around the world, thank you once again for joining us on Talking Fight. As I'm joined by Mike Orr at 4 for another episode of Knuckle Up. And we're expecting a call any moment from a young lady out of the East Midlands, I believe, Elle Coulson.
Out of Worksop.
Have we had someone else from Worksop before?
We've had quite a few actually. This girl. I don't know if anybody out there knows about her. She's a young lady, new, fresh into the sport. Goes by the name of Elle Coulson. I believe she's 2-0 right now.
2-0, undefeated.
Young, hungry, and woman who's about to make her stake in her weight division. And you know what? She is part of Chris Boyle's boxing. And guys, I know you've heard me talk about him before. Wonderful gentleman out of Worksop. He's got his great stable of female fighters. We've interviewed two of them to date so far. One of them was Nicola Hopewell and Holly Towell. Holly Towell, that young 18-year-old that we talked to a couple of weeks back. Yep. And Nicola Hopewell, who's making some big names or big waves really in her division now, and young into her career as well. And we're trying to get Ellie on here to talk. She was supposed to be on here last Friday, but we had a mix up due to the time zones. We're in Canada, they're over in the UK. Sometimes people have trouble with that whole 5-hour difference, or 4-hour 58-minute difference. We'll see what it is. Hopefully it's not going to happen like it did last week. And she's just beautifying. I don't know what she's doing. She's a lovely young lady. I just want to get her in here. She doesn't have to worry about lipstick or anything like that. Get us in here and tell us how about you knocking people out, man. That's what we want to hear. That's what we want to hear.
I had actually read a story about her when she was fighting potentially her second fight up in Aberdeen, because the original opponent had backed out, I think because of travel restrictions at the time during COVID. So they actually pitted her against a much bigger fighter.
Yes.
And if I'm getting the story correct, she either knocked her out in the first round or had a stoppage in the first round. It was this girl Ellie must be a good fighter, well trained, and I'm looking forward to talking to her.
Definitely. She was 1-0 going into that fight, and she faced a very, very late replacement by the name of Becky Jamieson. And the conclusion of this whole fight was a 3-time, it was a really well done match. I gave it up to Jamieson for coming in and taking it on such a late notice. But, Coulson, she's a 3-time national finalist, an English amateur boxing national youth middleweight champion. She wasn't phased one bit by facing a bigger fighter from a different pro discipline. She calmly, picked her shots each time Jamieson came into range. Jamieson is, she's as plucky as they come. Clearly outclassed by the elite former amateur star. She kept coming forward, waiting to make her fight, to make a fight of it, but at a cost. Jamieson was sent down just under a minute into that fight. After that Coulson class, she killed it, man. She just came through and showed us what she does. And she did it well, man. Executed with pure class. And, it just goes to show that these girls coming out of, Chris Boyle's, gym, his team, his management, he's managing these girls. He's picking the right fights for them. And it just goes to show you, man, that this guy's team is great. They're sticking well together. They got lots of support for each other. And, man, these girls are coming out. And you know what? I won't be surprised if you see them on that new Instagram thing that I've seen going around called the bad of boxing, the bad B word of boxing, bitches. There's something on Instagram going around right now, talking about all these bad bitches of boxing. They're trying to give the word back to the women, man, and make them own it and take it and use it to their ability. And yeah, she is one of them, man. And so are all the girls coming out of Chris Boyle's boxing. He's killing it, man. He's crushing it. And guys, I'm super, super excited. He's joining us next Wednesday.
Yeah, out of curiosity, there's a big fight going on in, I don't know, September, October, down in Brighton, where Nicola Hopewell will be in the ring. Is Elle Coulson joining her on that?
Yes, I believe all three will be in this event. Chris had previously talked to me while we were arranging our interview for next Wednesday, and said that he wanted to make sure that we talk to all his girls because they all are fighting before this time, and we wanted to get some video footage together, break down each girl, truly analyze their play and their skill set, their power, and really get to know these girls as fighters. That's why I'm super excited to have Chris on, because you know what, he's doing wonderful things for the females overseas right now. And you know what, they're winning, man. They're just, his stable is winning, the team is winning, and as a whole they're winning, and I can't wait. And yes, I believe all three of them are set for this battle in September that's coming up, and it's a bit of a we want to preview it on next Wednesday on with Chris Boyle, and talk about who the opponents are for these girls, what we think what's going to happen and what to expect, and it's going to be great. I really wish that Ellie was here already, so we could have her talking to me last Friday. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to make it. I'm hoping that this isn't the problem today. But guys, when you are fighting all the time, training all the time, it is hard to stop in the middle of training and say, well, wait, I got to do some press. We understand this shit. It does happen from time to time. So, it's up to us to keep my mouth moving so that you guys keep watching and coming back when things like this happen. But I have faith. I have faith today. I have faith. I'm not going to hold my breath, but I have faith.
All right.
But other than that, we can currently we can discuss some things. About did you hear about the Pacquiao fight?
Yeah, I'm really disappointed. I have to think that Manny just bought him out.
You think so?
Manny didn't want to fight him.
You know what? I don't. Yeah. Probably not. I don't think Manny wanted to fight him. Let's be real, man. Manny, come on, guy. Go sit back in office.
He should be coaching, managing, promoting, whatever. He should not be fighting. He's at the age.
No, he's at that age, man. Like, he hasn't been in the ring in 3 years. It's understandable. You're going to have that ring rust. All these guys, Mike Tyson, what the hell did you do, man? You started this, revival of glory tribute to the old fighters of the past, and now you've got all these guys, coming out of the woodwork, man. We got Oscar De La Hoya showing his new training videos. What's going on here, man? What's next? What's next? Are we going to bring back from debt?
We all know that Oscar needs the money because his wife's going to take all of his.
I thought it was the cocaine habit. I mean, you know what though? I give it to Oscar. I've been watching some of his training videos. For a guy who at one point might have been one of the best in the world to his weight class, truly a showman, truly a champion. You know what? At the age that he's at right now, guys, he's doing way more than you sitting at home watching this shit on your ass.
It's interesting, because I was just thinking about our conversations with Tim Witherspoon on Friday nights, and he's a retired, semi-retired boxer, I guess, because he still likes to step into the ring. But I'm just thinking to myself, I wonder if there's a nice opportunity in North America, similar to what they're doing over in Great Britain, where these young independent promoters and managers are getting together with agents and kind of forming their own little collectives, getting their own fights together. Why? Because there are so many boxers available who are, to be blunt, unemployed. Yep. And I'm wondering if there's an opportunity in North America. There certainly is in Canada, but in America, where you have probably 4 big firms operating for those championship belts.
Yep.
But realistically, is there room on a local level for many more, like there is over in Great Britain right now?
Definitely.
Yeah, I think so.
Definitely there is. We do have the 4 major sanctioning bodies, and then we do have all the minor sanctioning bodies. We got a lot of belts, man, up for grabs in boxing. And then there's all these celebrity championship boxing things that Tim Witherspoon is part of. He was currently sitting as the heavyweight champion of celebrity boxing. We got to protect these guys, man. I'm all on board with what Tim Witherspoon is trying to do. This movement here, starting this union or so-called maybe comfort package, we'll call it, for when these guys get out of the ring and ready to retire, and take care of them, take care of these guys. They're in there doing a combative sport, they're in there busting their ass, training, getting hit in the head. It might not be like back in the day where guys, didn't really work on defense and just came forward and got punched in the head a million times, and they depicted it in so many different movies, like you look at a Rocky when he's got I think it's called the CTE, and he's got to stop fighting. We talked to Zab Judah, the little microscopic dot on the brain who had to stop fighting. Donovan Boucher, the Road Warrior, Canadian legend, another guy who couldn't even get cleared to fight in his home country and became the Road Warrior, known as the Road Warrior for traveling outside the world to get these fights. And there's a lot of fighters that are struggling, and there's these small promotional companies, they're popping up everywhere, and it's really killing it, man. And you know what they're doing.
No, I absolutely agree, and I think what they're doing over in Britain is indicative of what we could be doing around the world. And certainly the Olympics prove how many quality boxers there are around the world right now.
Oh my God, tons. And it just goes to show you, man, timing is everything, right? How's it going, Ellie?
Hi, all right.
Can you turn your camera sideways so we can fill out the screen?
Oh, yeah, it's flipping.
Perfect. So let's see if it pops there.
There we go. Hey.
There we go.
Yeah, that's great. But yes, there are tons of talent out there. The Olympics is truly showing off that I think boxing is in some safe hands, man. I think we can all step back, take a deep breath, and know that boxing is in good hands for the future, especially with women like Elle Coulson, new, young, hungry, undefeated individual who's coming up in the game, who's 2-0 now, I believe.
Yeah, 2-0.
2-0. Yeah. So and one knockout.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's putting people to sleep, guys. See, I told you. She's putting people to sleep for sure. Definitely. Elle, thank you for joining us. I know we've been trying to get you in here, but training always gets in the way. We understand that. You got some fights coming up soon too, I believe. September.
Yeah, I've got September, but I've got one on Saturday.
Yes, that's another thing that I guess I do remember that. I knew she was going to be busy. So guys, Triple Elle Coulson here. We got her. She's fighting Saturday. Who are you fighting this Saturday?
Esther Consiena.
Okay. What are your thoughts? How do you feel going into Saturday? Are you calm, cool, collective, ready?
Yeah, I feel like calm and confident because I think I've trained to like the hardest I can, so I'm just ready.
Sounds of a true champion right there. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got into boxing? What age you were when you started?
I got into boxing when I was 10. Well, my little brother started, so he wanted me to come with him, so I came with him, and I just took to it, and I loved it, and I've never left gym since.
I hear you have pretty crazy training schedule, and it's hard to get you out of the gym, actually.
Yeah, I just live for the gym. Like I train 2-3 times a day, 6 days a week, and then when I'm not at the gym, I train at home. I just love the buzz for it.
What are some of your who are some of your influence who push you into start competing actually?
Like my coach Chris, he's like my best friend, and he's the one who's always motivated me, and he's like my biggest inspiration. Like I want to prove him just like how good I can be and show him stuff.
Okay. So you guys have a really, I guess, tight-knit community there, really tight, close team. You guys support each other big time. Can you tell us a little about the team camaraderie and how you guys are in the gym and how you support each other?
Yeah, we all look after each other. Like if we know someone's not as good at something, we help each other, and we always train together. So we spend a lot of time together. We're like one big family.
That's cool. That's very cool. How old are you now?
19.
19. So you had a highly decorated amateur career. How did you find it balancing both academics and your amateur career? Was it something that was hard to do? Was it easy to do? Very structured? Can you run us through what it was like to do that?
It was a bit different for me because I was really bad at school, so I spent a lot of time like at home because I was always in trouble and stuff. So training worked well for me, and then obviously when I left school, it was way better because I just had the gym. I had no negativity from school or anything. It was just like a positive all the time.
That's good. That's good. So how many amateur fights did you actually have?
I think 26.
26. Okay. So what was the who's the push to go pro? Was it Chris again who pushed you to go pro, or do you have other influences that got you into the ring to go pro?
Yeah, it was just Chris because he like believed in me, so he made me believe in myself.
That's great. You know what? We're gonna have Chris on here next Wednesday. Hopefully, you get some time to watch. We're gonna put him in the hot seat for once and get him talking. I can't wait. Saturday, honestly, I'm gearing up, waiting to see you get in the ring and do what you do best. Let me ask you. The first time you laid somebody out, put him to sleep, what were the feelings that you got that came over you?
I don't know. I was like excited, but I was a bit disappointed if I'm being honest because I like the long fights. Like I love to like show off the talent I've got.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. You got lots of talent. You have lots of talent. I have noticed that that's one thing out of your camp. You guys are very, very, very punch driven, and you guys are multiple punch combinations every exchange. You guys, you play your levels very well. Your ring IQ, you guys at such young ages is very high. So you know what, I do give it off to Chris. You guys do work well as a team together. And honestly, I think you got the right people in your corner to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Honestly, can you run us through a day of camp? Like, I guess this is rest week for you. You just finished your fighting camp, or are you pretty much in the gym all the time anyway, right?
Yeah, I never really take a day out of gym. I just like being there.
So what is that? What does a day of training look like for you? You say you train 2-3 times a day. Can you run us like from when you wake up to you go to bed, what it involves in a day of training?
Yeah, so I just get up like normal, like do my normal stuff, like have your breakfast and that, and then I'll go straight to the gym for about 10 o'clock ish, sometimes earlier. And then me and Chris do like a PT, and then we PT other people, and then we do more work after, and then we'll go home for lunch, and then we go back so we're going for lunch about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then we'll go back about 4 o'clock. And then we'll do kid session and like academy tonight. And then we did some other boxing bits and then just do your own kind of stuff. And then other days we'll do like special stuff like self-trains. We'll do like pads and stuff. Okay. And then go home for the night.
And then just do it all again the next day.
Yeah.
What's the worst part about training? What do you hate doing the most?
My least favorite is probably running, but I started to run more. Like I run a mile every night now. Oh, but I do hate it.
Everybody hates running, but it's such a part of training.
You need it.
You need it, man. Conditioning, cardio. You get those long fights. As you get longer into your pro career, the fights are going to get longer. Minutes are going to get longer. So yeah, definitely you need it. What kind of achievements do you see yourself accomplishing in say the next 5 months, 6 months to a year?
Hopefully at Brighton, I'm hoping that, fingers crossed, I can win this belt, and that'll be like a massive thing for me. And then just be able to defend it. So it just maybe that, to be fair. So
how many times do you plan on fighting before the year is up?
I think we've got 4 planned, but I'm not too sure. You'd have to ask Chris.
we definitely will on Wednesday when we get him in here.
Yeah, you can ask to bug him.
I tried to get him in before earlier, but he said that he definitely wanted to have you and Holly and Nicola all talk to me first, and then we can talk about you during his interview, which is going to be great. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. So Saturday, guys, you heard this. Triple L, she's fighting again. Hopefully she's going to be undefeated. I believe you're going to come through with the win. You're going to crush it. Let's be real. You're going to kick some ass. You're definitely going to beat her up. Hopefully a wonderful knockout. And then you can come back and win our Knockout of the Week award on Sundays, which will be great. So do you follow a nutrition training plan or anything like that? What kind of eating habits do you have?
I try to just listen to Chris, like drinking water a lot and just because I'm vegetarian, so I eat quite healthy anyway.
Right. So
just kind of normal food.
Yeah, well, vegetarian is better than eating the way everybody else does anyway, I guess. So I guess your eating plan is really, really good. Better than most already off the hop without even having to put any effort into it. So with fighting, when you're when you're done, when you're ready to hang it up, and you're ready to retire from the sport, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
I just want to kind of show people who I really am, like show them I can be like a boss person in the ring, but outside the ring, I'm just a normal person. Like, and I just want to like inspire young girls and stuff like that, so they get into it, and then maybe teach them in future, like be a coach.
Right. If you had any words of inspiration and wisdom to give the youth, the female youth that are coming into the sport, what would it be?
Just to never give up, even if you think you haven't got the hang of it. You've just got to keep practice, and just stay in the gym. Don't get distracted by anything.
That's words of wisdom for all our young female fighters out there watching who are, hoping to fall in the kind of footsteps that Ellie here has. Guys, listen, this is what it is to make it. Women's boxing only really got some sort of recognition back in 2012 when they finally decided to allow it into the Olympic sport. And, ever since then, the women have really been dominating in the sport and truly cementing their legacy in it. What kind of advancements would you like to see in women's boxing, say, in the next 5 to 10 years?
I just like to see more women fights. Like the pool's got bigger over the years, but hopefully to see it get a lot bigger, so there's more competition in the categories, like more fights to have per year.
Right. What weight class do you currently fight at right now?
Middleweight.
Middle. And is there a big middleweight pool in your hometown for women?
Not particularly, I don't think, but I'm not too sure.
Right. So do you find that you might have to you probably end up having to fight the same girl maybe more than once then?
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe I might have to like go in with easier people or harder people, like, at the wrong time.
Right. So do you want to be feared or do you want to be loved as a pro?
Both. I think you need a mixture. I think you've got to be humble, but in the ring you've got to show it. You've got to prove it.
You got to show you're a savage. Be vicious. What's up? What's your favorite? What's your favorite punch? What's your go-to? What's your moneymaker?
I just love the backhand, the straight right.
Love it. Just come off that backhand and just plow it right in the face and just put them out. It's brilliant. It's great. So fight Saturday. You're well rested, ready to go. I can't wait. It's going to be great. I'm excited. Fans out there are going to be excited. So then you're going in September for another fight, a couple more times before the end of the year. Do you plan on resting at all, or are you just going to like stick through it in the gym every day?
Yeah, I'll definitely be in the gym every day. I love coaching and I love training and I just love the gym. It's like my home, like just best place.
Right. Have you ever? Okay. What do you think? What abilities do you think you have that have put you in the spot that you are today that are above everybody else's?
I think just because a lot of people doubted me when I first started. So I think the main thing I had going for me was that I didn't give up. I just carried on and just got a little bit better over time. And then people just managed to I've hopefully changed their opinion.
Okay. What do you believe to be one of your weaknesses that you are currently right now trying to improve on in the gym? And how are you working on improving that weakness?
It's hard to pick one. There's a couple. There's like a couple that I don't know whether I should say on camera.
Maybe we shouldn't say anything before the fight, right? Shh.
Yeah, I don't want to give too much away and get nailed.
No, don't want to give too much away. So, shh. We'll talk about it after we're off air.
Yeah.
Do you have any hobbies outside of boxing, or is just boxing your life right now? 100% you're in it?
Yeah, boxing's just my everything.
What do you think is your greatest accomplishment so far, amateur, in your amateur or your pro career? What is your greatest accomplishment to date?
In my amateur career, I'd say when I won the middleweight belt, because it was like a massive moment for me winning it on an away show.
Right. And what was it like a feeling of like, yes, I got it, a feeling of accomplishment, like you've worked your ass off so much, and then finally you're able to, you know, have this glory of this great win. Do you have any other extracurricular activities that you like to do other than box? We know it's not running.
No, I don't really. I just box all the time, like even at home, just shadow box and everything.
Okay. What do you believe is the greatest challenge that you faced to date in boxing?
I think it's just maybe being mentally strong all the time.
That's you know what, I guess you have to be mentally strong to do what you guys do, to get in there every day. Like your day consists of, you know, like training 3 times a day. Half the world can't even get there once a day to train. So, you know, you got to have a strong head. What separates you from every other fighter in your division right now?
I think I'm not really sure.
Okay, it's truthful. It's truthful. What do you see yourself accomplishing in 10 years?
In 10 years, hopefully I hope I've fought like some of the big names in middleweight, you know, like Savannah Marshall. Just because it'd be like a pleasure to get in the ring with her. So
would you say that Savannah Marshall then would be, if you could have a dream fight today with anyone, would that be it?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Why would that be it?
Because we're like similar height, and she's quite tall for a middleweight, same as me. And I think this, like, the clash of styles would be like a good thing to watch. Like, I've got the footwork, but she's got all the movement and stuff, and I think it'd be really interesting to watch.
Wow, that's a great breakdown. Actually, you know what? I'd like to see it too. You guys are roughly the same height, right? You're 5'10" or 5'11"?
5'11" and a half.
Holy man, you make me look like a midget. I'm tiny. I'm only 5'7", 5'8", in and around there. Wow. You know what? I don't want to keep you too much longer, Elle, but I wanted to ask you a couple more questions. Triple L, where did we get the nickname?
Me and Chris decided on the nickname, right? Because it means a lot of love and loyalty. And it's what I'm all about. Like, you've got to stay loyal to your coach and your gym, and you've got to have the love and everything.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I can't wait to get Chris in here so he can talk about how he's worked with you, and you know, it's going to be great. I don't. You know what? Honestly, you've answered almost everything that I wanted to ask you, and very quickly. Unfortunately, is there any other role models that you look up to, other than Chris, that have made you become the boxer that you are today?
As in, like, other boxers, I love Muhammad Ali. Like, everything he had to him is like my style inspiration, like his footwork and everything, and I love it.
Okay. Any other coaches other than Chris that you look up to, who you admire, role model-ish?
No, not really.
No.
I just got the one. I only need one. He's the best.
That's it. You only need the one. Do you remember your debut fight and the emotions that you went through and how nervous you were? Can you run us through it?
Yeah, I was like really, really nervous for my first fight because it's a lot different to amateurs. It's 6 rounds and it was on TV and it was just a big deal and like having your hands wrapped and stuff. But when I got in, I loved it. I didn't want to get out.
So did you find it easy making the transition from amateur into pro?
Yeah, I preferred it because it's a lot steadier and you get to learn a lot better in training. Like, your training is a lot more like structured.
Did you ever have any dreams of fighting for Team GB and going to the Olympics at all?
No, I've never really been big on Olympics. I don't know. I think I've just been one of them people who just likes, like, you know, like just like the rough, like the good fights, you know, like in GB it's all very technical. Like, sometimes I just like to see a bit of a blow up.
Right. And you like that bang 'em up, get in there, nitty gritty boxing style. You like to get in there and box and bang it out, right?
Yeah, I don't fight like that, but I like to watch people who do fight like that.
Yeah, me too. That's why we have our Knockout of the Week award, because we do like to see people get banged out on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
You know, it's great. Elle, I'm gonna cut it off. Just stay on a few minutes after we get off the air here. Thank you again for making time to come on. I really appreciate it. We love what you're doing. Us at Talkin Fight here, man, we're really behind our female boxers, and we support them as much as we can because we believe that women are making this huge movement right now, and everything that you're doing and every other woman in the sport right now who are doing it are literally, making history and setting the stones for the groundwork that women's boxing is going to be in the next 50 years. And it's women like you that are helping make that movement. And we appreciate it as fans. And thank you again for coming on and taking out the time to come on and speak with us.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really enjoyed this interview.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Talkin Fight fans around the world. It's your boy Mike Orr at 4:00 on Knuckle Up with another young, hungry, undefeated pro fighter. Be on the lookout for this Saturday, again in September. We'll let you know when she's fighting. We'll let you know the dates and where you can stream it. Thanks again for tuning in. Jab that like, hook, subscribe, knock us out those comments. You know what we do. See you tomorrow, same time, same channel. It's your boy Mike Orr at 4:00 Knuckle Up.